Okay. And for introductions, on my left is Commissioner Deb Shore and Commissioner Larry Hudkins, and on my right is Vice Chair and Commissioner Todd Wilchin and Commissioner Bill Avery. And I'm Commissioner Roma Amundson, Chair of the Board, and assisting us this morning are Dave Durbin from the County Attorney's Office, Kelly Lundgren and Dan Nolte from the County Clerk's Office, and Carrie Egan of the County Administrative Office. Will you join me now in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and thank you so very much. And Mr. Clerk, will you begin the agenda, please?
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available from the county clerk staff. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on Tuesday, March 1st, 2016.
I move approval.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes of last week's meeting. Are there any corrections? Please call the roll.
Avery?
Yes.
Hudkins?
Yes.
Shore?
Yes.
Wilchin?
Yes.
Amundson?
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 2 are claims. Approval of all claims processed through March 8th, 2016.
Move approval.
Second.
It's moved and seconded that we approve all claims processed through March 8th. Are there any additions or corrections? Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Hudkins?
Yes.
Shore?
Yes.
Wilchin?
Yes.
Avery?
Yes.
Amundson?
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 3 is a public hearing. County Text Amendment number 16002, amending Article 18 of the Lancaster County zoning regulations related to airport zoning.
Okay. We'll open this public hearing. And for those speaking in support of this zoning change,
Need to swear you both in. Want to raise your... Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Bill Austin. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Baylor Evnan, Curtis Grimmett Witt, 1248 O Street, Suite 600, Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm here representing the Airport Authority, and also with me is Mr. John Large. He is the Deputy Director for Engineering for the Lincoln Airport. And I will just turn it over to John, who is most familiar with this.
Good morning. As Bill said, I'm John Large. I'm Deputy Director for Engineering at the Lincoln Airport. The text amendments that you're considering today do two things. One, they expand the zoning protection for the approaches to the runways at the Lincoln Airport. This would extend those approach zones from their current 3-mile limit from the runway end out to 10 miles. That approach slope is 50-to-1 slope starting at 150 feet above the runway end, and starting at 3 miles it continues to rise on that 50-to-1 slope until we get to 10 miles, almost 890 feet above the ground. The second thing that this does is bring our local zoning requirements into line with state statute. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago during a briefing to you folks. I hope that I answered all your questions then. If you've come up with any since then, I'd be glad to try and answer them.
good.
Thanks, glad to have come up with one.
Commissioner Avery.
Has there been any discussion of noise abatement regulations over the city? Because it's occurred to me that we have a lot of air traffic, not just civilian air traffic, but some very large military planes that have very large noise. And they often fly right over the downtown or very close to it. We'd have to shift all of these approaches probably to the southwest, wouldn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that would take action similar to what we're doing now.
It would be a much more significant action and go far beyond, I think, what this board would do. We went through a noise study in 2005, I believe, at which point we were able to pretty dramatically reduce the noise contours that we have around Lincoln Airport. And I believe, my recollection is, most of our noise contours are contained, the loudest portions of the contours are contained within our property. We have some noise contours that reach south of the interstate and across the railroad tracks, but they don't go very much further than about West A Street to the south. To the north and to the northwest is primarily county. To the southeast, those are approaches that are honestly relatively little used. It's not until we have pretty strong winds out of the north and west that we would use that approach. If somebody wanted to shift our noise tracks, we would have to get the FAA involved. That would be a completely new environmental assessment that we would have to go through, because now we're taking noise from one location and putting it on someone else. Can get us into noise abatement projects where we have to re-insulate homes. It would be an extremely significant process.
This came to mind when I was visiting Washington, D.C., Reagan National, and they do a sharp bank over the Potomac so as not to intrude into this D.C. itself. And I inquired about that dramatic turn.
Sure.
They said it was a noise abatement ordinance, I suppose. And since I happen to live in that corridor,
Sure.
and I sometimes look up and you see huge military aircraft flying pretty low over homes and government structures.
I am sure that they're flying the approved procedures, and because of their size, they look much closer than they truly are. And that is probably, those kinds of noise questions are probably beyond the purview of this height restriction
Oh, yeah.
text amendment.
We do have the city of Lincoln at least has a airport environs ordinance that addresses the noise and the decibel requirements, but I suspect if those are the military, the KC-135s and the others that are flying, I doubt if we could do anything about them, being military.
They have priority.
Well, they have B-1s, B-2s, and a number of planes fly over that are quite large, quite noisy. Air Force One sometimes.
Yes.
They do
Touchdowns.
touch and go testing out there.
I believe they do, don't they?
On occasion.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Larry?
I want to thank you, as we just got those preliminary maps that kind of showed the cone going out northwest, and it did come pretty close to a new farmers cooperative installation just north of Raymond, but the maps show that it's about a quarter mile away, so we're in good shape there, but appreciate you taking the time to check that out. It looks like it's a go.
Okay, any further comments? All right, well, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone to speak in opposition? Or is there anyone to speak in a neutral position on this zoning change? Okay, I'll close the public hearing then. And let's go on to correlating item 4A.
This is a resolution, a matter of county text amendment number 16002 to amend Article 18 of the Lancaster County zoning regulations, special height and use near airports.
I would move approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve this resolution in the matter of county text amendment. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4B is appointment of Jennifer Hyatt to the Lancaster County Board of Zoning Appeals for a term ending April 30th, 2020.
Jennifer is here today. I had contacted her, indicated the board would like to appoint her to the Board of Zoning Appeals. So
Coming up.
Jennifer,
Yeah,
you'd
come on
like
up. Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Jennifer Hyatt. I have lived in Lincoln for 8 years now. I'm a student at the law school currently studying land use and real estate. And I'm also a student at the urban planning department in the College of Architecture. And I just look really forward to being able to help the city and moving through their zoning ordinances. I worked with SCED this summer, South Central Economic Development District, and I helped write a few zoning ordinances, and I did code enforcement with them. So I feel that I can probably do the job pretty effectively.
Okay, well, very good.
Well, we are always thrilled to have younger people express an interest in public service, and this sounds like it's a great fit for your skill set and something that hopefully will shine on your resume as well, because obviously you have a bright future ahead. So thank you for volunteering to serve on this board.
Absolutely.
And we really appreciate you coming in to introduce yourself. Are you from this area, or?
I'm actually from Hershey, Nebraska.
Okay,
So out by North Platte.
all right, very good. All right, well, we thank you so very much for your interest, and we look forward to having you on the board.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
I will move approval of Jennifer Hyatt to the Lancaster County Board of Zoning Appeals.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we we appoint Jennifer Hyatt to the Lancaster County Board of Zoning Appeals. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Hudkins.
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
I'd indicate real quick, the other person that I contacted at the board's request did not respond, so you'll put it back on Thursday if you want to do some further consideration of, for another
Okay.
candidate.
Okay.
Okay, 4C is special events permit application from Gary Bredhoff, Tiger Coaching and Personal Training, Inc., to hold the Last Blast Lincoln Triathlon on September 18th, 2016.
Good morning, Gary.
Good morning. I'm Gary Bredhoff, owner and president of Tiger Coach and Personal Training, here to ask your approval of the Last Blast Lincoln Triathlon. This will be our 5th year. And this is also a annual fundraiser for the downtown Strong Kids campaign. So, and I looked through the conditions, have no problem with those, so I'm here to answer any questions.
Okay.
When you talk about conditions, you're referring to the sheriff's letter.
Yeah,
and the
sheriffs, yeah,
inter-
we always get them out there to abide by their conditions and so forth, and work real well out there with the game and parks and out there, so.
And how many participants are you expecting?
We normally would get around 150 to 200, so.
And are you prepared to do the triathlon yourself?
What's that?
Are you prepared to do the
No.
triathlon yourself?
Too busy with organization, so I won't be able to. Yeah, my days have pretty well passed.
Your days, yeah.
You refer to this as Last Blast? Does that mean this is your last event?
No, last blast came from, it's September 18th, which around here, as you know, with the water temperature and the
Yeah.
temperatures out, this is probably the last triathlon we put on around this region. It starts to get pretty chilly afterwards, so.
Where do you actually do the swimming at?
At
Ranch
We-
Dip?
So,
Off Liebers Point.
Okay, at
We
Ranch
start
Dip.
at Liebers Point on the beach, and then we go out. For the Olympic swimmers, it's about a mile swim, so. And our water temperatures in the past have been running anywhere from 68 to 72, so. And most of them wear wetsuits, so.
Oh, yeah, it is, yeah.
So we've had a couple years where it's been kind of chilly and misty, but a couple of really nice years too, so. Yeah, this is kind of the last one in the area for the whole year, so.
So it takes hardy folks to do this.
It does, but we do have also with once the long distance ones get out with the Olympic, we have a super sprint for beginners, which is a real short one. They just have to do a 200-meter swim, 3-mile bike, and 1-mile run. So it kind of gives beginners a chance to experience the sport of triathlon. So it's real short, stays all within Liebers Point there. So we do have one short one for those kind of individuals that want to try it.
That sounds like fun.
Yep.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
you bet, thank you.
I will move approval of the permit application.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we approve this special events permit application. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. D is a special designated license application from Hillcrest Country Club for events to be held on May 29th, June 5th, July 3rd, August 7th, August 28th, and September 4th, 2016.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners. I'm Andy Reitz. I'm the General Manager of Hillcrest Country Club, and we're asking for approval for the 6th designated special liquor license for the the following dates that were mentioned. It's hard to believe it's another year and I'm here again, but you know, we definitely appreciate your consideration.
What are some of the events that are coming on?
Excuse me, one more
What
time?
are some of the events on these
Well,
days?
the dates that we have here, May 29th, June 5th, July 3rd, August 7th, August 28th, and September 4th. Those are 6 events that we put on for our members. They're various. Some of them are joint men's and women's events. Some are men's events. Some are women's events. And they're usually golf events that start around 9 o'clock in the morning. And they're just kind of special events that our members have grown to really enjoy.
Okay.
I would move approval.
Second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded that we approve these special designated license applications. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Mhm.
4E is adoption of the Lancaster County Human Services Director job description as revised on March 2016.
Oh, move
Move
approval.
approval.
Sorry.
Need a second?
Second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded that we approve the Human Services job description as revised last week. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. F is a recommendation from the purchasing department and the county sheriff to award a purchase order to Anderson Ford for a 2016 Ford Police Utility Vehicle from the state of Nebraska contract 14356 OC. The total cost of the purchase order is $29,154.
Good morning, Terry Wagner, County Sheriff. This particular vehicle is an addition to our fleet. It's being purchased with drug asset forfeiture funds, and it's for our drug interdiction team. So that's why this is separate from our normal process. There won't be any budget general tax dollars used for this vehicle. It'll be for asset forfeiture funds.
Okay, very good.
Move approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve this recommendation from the purchasing department to award a purchase agreement order to Anderson Ford. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Avery,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. G is utility permit number 1381, allowing the City of Lincoln Water System to install an underground water main on South 84th Street in the area of Rokeby Road and Yankee Woods Drive. Approval is contingent upon receiving the certificate of insurance.
Move approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve this utility permit 1381. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. H is adoption of the Lancaster County, Nebraska Employees Retirement Plan using PDS Premier Governmental Volume Submitter 401A Plan, adoption agreement number 001 with base plan document number 02, effective January 1st, 2016.
Gary Egan, Chief Administrative Officer. It's quite a mouthful, but basically what we have now is a shift from the pension plan which we adopted on January 1 of 2009, where we had outside counsel design the plan that was approved by the IRS. Every 5 or 6 years, you have to have your plan restated and again approved by the IRS to have a qualified direct contribution pension plan. We decided to go with what's called the Prudential Volume Submitter, where Prudential has a base document that's about 71 pages long that has all of the boilerplate and keeps track of all the amendments that take place over the years. We've had 3 amendments since we adopted our plan in 2009. Previously, it was our responsibility to make sure that those amendments were adopted into our plan. With the volume submitter, that will be taken care of by Prudential. In conjunction with that, the other document that was mentioned first is the things that are specific to our plan. I'd like to thank Doug Sear for the many long hours that we spent together poring over this document to making sure that we did get everything that we needed specific to our plan. Probably the biggest thing was that contributions now, as you're aware, are very complicated. With the statute change in 2012 allowing the county board to make decisions on the county match, we have about 5 or 6 different contribution groups. So we had to write that into the plan to make sure that we had the language that accommodated that. We also have special provisions for sick leave, where the money will go into the PEP plan rather than the pension, and then vacation will still go into the. So we took care of all the variables. We feel very good that the document is in order, and going forward, this will save us a lot of time and effort and money to stay street legal with the IRS. So be happy to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you.
I move approval.
Second.
It's moved and seconded that we approve the adoption of the Nebraska Employees Retirement Plan. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Avery,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. I is adoption of the plan at a glance for Lancaster County, Nebraska Employees Retirement Plan, Prudential Plan 06371.
Move approval?
Second.
It's moved and seconded that we approve the adoption of Plan at a Glance. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4J is adoption of the summary plan description and summary of plan features for the Lancaster County, Nebraska Employees Retirement Plan.
Move approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve the adoption of the summary plan description and summary plan features. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. K is amendment to County Contract C-14-132 between Jacob North Print and Media Solutions, Lancaster County, the City of Lincoln, and the Lincoln-Lancaster County Public Building Commission for the annual requirements of business cards and letterhead printing. The amendment extends the contract for an additional 2-year term from March 31st, 2016 through March 30th, 2018. Cost of the county is not to exceed $5,000.
Move approval?
Second.
It's moved and seconded that we approve this amendment to the county contract. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Avery,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. L is an amendment to County Contract C-16-42 between Lancaster County and Cable Guys Communications, Inc. for Phase 2 of cable supply and installation in the Lancaster County courts. The amendment increases the total expenditure by $650.49 from $15,388 to $16,038.49.
Move approval.
Second.
It's moved and seconded that we approve this amendment to the county contract. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Hudkins?
Yes.
Shore?
Yes.
Wilchin?
Yes.
Avery?
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. M is an amendment to County Contract C-13-2 with Fastenal Company for the annual supply of snowplow nuts, bolts, and washers. The amendment renews the agreement for an additional 1-year term from January 8th, 2016 to January 7th, 2017.
Move approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve this amendment to the county contract with Fastenal Company. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore?
Yes.
Wilchin?
Yes.
Avery?
Yes.
Hudkins?
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 5 are consent items. Receive and place on file the following reports for February 2016. Assessor Register of Deeds, Clerk of the District Court, County Clerk, Records and Information Management. Right-of-way contract between Lancaster County and Tecumseh Poultry LLC, Interstate 80 and 134th Street in the amount of $500.
Move approval of consent items. Second.
Okay. Moved and seconded that we approve the consent items. Please call the roll.
Wilchin?
Yes.
Avery?
Yes.
Hudkins?
Yes.
Shore?
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 6 is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on agenda may do so at this time.
Okay. Is anybody would like to speak? Okay. Please move forward.
Number 7 are announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, March 10th, 2016 at 9 a.m. in the Bill Luxford studio of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold their next regular meeting on Tuesday, March 15th, 2016 at 9 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building with the Board of Equalization immediately following. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, March 15, 2016, at 9 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building regarding the proposed sale of a vacated portion of Old South 54th Street, generally located between Martell Road and Hickman Road. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will not hold a meeting on Tuesday, March 29, 2016, due to the board's attendance at the Nebraska Association of County Officials Southeast District meeting at Eugene T. Mahoney State Park. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live. It is rebroadcast on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays on 5 City TV, Cable Channel 5. In addition, the meeting may be viewed on the internet at lancaster.ne.gov under 5 City TV Video on Demand or 5 City TV on YouTube.
Move we adjourn?
Second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded that we adjourn. Please call the roll.
Avery,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, meeting of the Board of Commissioners is adjourned, and let's move on to the Board of Equalization.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available from the county clerk's staff. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Also in attendance this morning is Rob Ogden from the County Assessor's Office. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approve the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting held on Tuesday, March 1st, 2016.
Move approval.
Second.
It's moved and seconded that we approve the minutes of the meeting, last week's meeting. Are there any corrections? Please call the roll.
Avery,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 2 are additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Move approval of the additions and deductions?
Second.
It's moved and seconded that we approve the additions and deductions. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 3 is a public hearing for motor vehicle tax exemption applications, and this is for Alzheimer's Association, the Nebraska chapter, Cedars Youth Services, Lincoln Foursquare Church, and Northern Lighthouse.
Okay, this is a public hearing. We'll open it for anyone to speak in support of, in opposition to, or in a neutral position. Seeing nobody come forward, I will close the public hearing.
I would move approval of motor vehicle tax exemption application.
Second?
Okay, it's moved and seconded that we approve the motor vehicle tax exemption applications. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 4 is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to County Board of Equalization business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Move we adjourn?
Second.
It's moved and seconded that we adjourn. Please call the roll.
Wilchin,
Yes.
Avery,
Yes.
Hudkins,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.